Look what I just found. The door to the kennel. I'll be damned. I have no recollection of bringing it out here. Wow. It's just a bird. Let's go down and see Otter Pond. Hey, not there. Uh-oh. Hold on. Okay. Uh-oh. Well, gonna have to bushwhack my way through. Come on. Wow. Beautiful. She doesn't want to be here. She's spooked. Look at her nose. I've been watching a new YouTube video. It came up as a suggestion. Street market in Lahore, Pakistan. I started watching it when I had to wait until 4 to get up this morning. No, I had to go back and watch, sitting in the living room, because it's stunningly a whole different life. Incredible. It's being done by a woman from London, young lady. Beautiful voice. She does a little bit of narration, but she's stuck in this hugely crowded street market. And there are no rules for pedestrians or motorcycles or conveyances of all manner. I would have claustrophobia, seriously, if you wanted to get the hell away. I'm gonna put a link to it. I subscribe to her because I want to see what else she's done. She's based out of London. 90% of her videos are in London, walking. I can't wait to look at some of them. But what another wonderful find. Between YouTube and BritBox, I've got everything I could possibly want. And I would give up Prime Video if they didn't have me getting benefits of, I don't know what benefits they're giving me anymore. Free shipping. But that's not fast anymore. It's not 2-day. It is from the day they package it up, a week after you order it and send it out. Well, then it's apparently 2-day shipping, but their Prime Video has nothing to offer anymore for me. Very few new things. See it moving. It's starting to introduce words to her, like Otter Pond. That's 2 words, I know that. Not expecting that she will learn it after 2 or 3 uses. Although she did learn after 2 or 3 attempts. When it's dinner time and she's laying on the love seat, I'm in my rocking chair, I can get her attention and I wink. She knows exactly what that means already. But words, I'm just going to keep using them, not expecting that she's going to know what they mean. Say Otter Pond or go for a walk. Suki learned that word. Well, my point is, over a period of days, weeks, they begin to learn those things. It's 42 degrees. Veiled sun, and already the depth of the snow is dropping. I am so glad that Insley is not a barker. Just heard a dog all rip across out by the highway. She looked up, and it occurred to me, she doesn't ever bark. Only times that she's barked were in the first few weeks when I would leave her in the house and go outside to go into the garage. No! Do something outside, and she would start to bark. But she hasn't done that now for weeks. She knows I go out and I come back in, and she can watch me from the south window that she can see out of. Chuck and Lulu came over a few days ago. She was with me in the loft, just hanging out, sleeping, and she heard whatever she heard. She came running, oh, they began to come in the door, and she came running down and bark, 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 bark. Well, that's good. That's fine. I like her having a little bit of watchdog in her. Had a request from my sister and Chuck. Come on this way. For me to dog sit the two boys and Lulu. Looks like about 7-8 days in May, mid-May. So I wrote back and said, you bet. Be happy to. Can I also borrow the Ranger during that time? Got a lot of wood I want to start to cut. Yeah, looking at this, just 2 hours ago when we walked out here, the snow was twice as deep as it is now. Huh. That's unusual for them to be that close. Should be seeing chipmunks soon. We'll get it. Oh. Taking her for a walk has improved since 3 months ago. Sometimes better than others, and today is a test of patience. Okay. There. I want to work with her on tossing something like that in that's a lot shorter. Toss it in just a foot or two off into the water. Teach her to go and get it. That's what I did with Suki when I was training her with the ball. She was afraid to swim. We were in the river. There's a sandy flat in the middle of the river. It's above water. It's above water. And I would throw the ball in the shallows and she would run to get it. And there was a deeper hole along the way between where she was and me. And she would come running, get into it, be frightened by it. And then the next time I'd throw it, she'd detour around it. So I worked with her, tossing the ball into the shallows, no problem. She'd go get it, come back, and every time I would toss it into the shallows, it was a little deeper. It took 5 or 6 tosses, each one a little deeper, until suddenly she was swimming. And she learned not how to swim, but she learned that she can swim. And ever since then, she was a voracious swimmer. She loved it. Then when I got to chuck it, that was a huge game changer. What took me so long? Throwing it by hand, well, geez, you know, you could throw it 30 feet maybe, 40 feet, no, not even that, into the woods. And with the chuck it, you could throw it into the woods 100 feet, into the underbrush. She would take off after it. She'd hunt it down. There were maybe a handful of times in her whole life that she came back empty-mouthed. Couldn't find it. Most of those times I would tell her, pointing, go get it, go get it. No, she'd turn and go back in there, usually come back with it. I'd love to get Insley into that mode. She's not interested in the ball. I mean, in the house. She'll chase after her toys, but the ball, she walks away. Good girl, yeah, that good, good girl. I want another one now. Here you go. Here. Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. No, she'll think about it. It's going to end up like the big one out there, too far. Even now it's too far on leash. I got to bring a chair down here. We're getting into that season. I'd like to come and sit by Otter Pond, especially once it gets a little warmer. Sit for half an hour, 45 minutes. I really enjoyed that last 2 summers. Ah, that good girl, what a good girl. If she goes for it, I'm gonna drop the leash and just let her go. No. Hey, hey, hey. Early stages. It's fun to watch her blossom. Good girl. She's got another chunk. Watch her. Oh yeah, good girl. Watch her mature, learn. Well, I was afraid she was going to head that way. Oh, good. I still haven't found a tick. Let's find another stick. Go get it. That's a girl. Ah, little steps, little steps. I've been teaching her to go eat at supper time. She's on the love seat, I'm in the rocking chair, and she's asleep. 4 times we've done this. The first time I got her attention, she looked up at me, and I winked and pointed. She didn't know what that meant, of course. And I finally got her to get up, go and sit on the loft landing. And then the second and third time, she was catching on a little bit more, what the wink was about. Last night, I cleared my throat. She looked up, I winked. She launched off the love seat, headed for the loft. First she did a twirl in front of me on the floor, grinned, headed for the loft landing. Got up there, turned around, sat down, and grinned at me. Oh my God, 4 times of teaching her, and she caught it. Bam! Everybody thinks their dog is the smartest dog in the world. That's not what I'm saying. I am saying she is very, hey, come on. She's very tuned in, paying attention. Bedtime. And this has been going on for a few weeks now. I get up, turn off the TV. Night-night, I say. She's asleep on the love seat. She stays there. I go into the bathroom, begin to brush my teeth. come out, make a loop around the kitchen, turn off the living room light. Don't say anything to her. Good girl, yeah, that good girl. I just leave her there. Finish brushing my teeth, read for a little bit. Then I take my glasses off and I hang them on the knob of the vanity. And they make a little tick sound as they bump against the vanity. I didn't think anything about that for weeks. But she would always then get off the love seat, come into the bedroom, go into her kennel. Boy, she's having fun. I haven't been paying attention to her as I've been doing my monologue. You're going to tip me into the pond, dear girl. But I began to get curious how she could time her getting down from the love seat and coming into the bedroom and going into her kennel. What, does she have a magic clock? Well, yeah, she does, but in this case, I finally realized, hey, sit. Insley, sit. Stay. So I began paying attention when I'd hang up my no, sit. Hang up my glasses and listen. Yep, I heard her getting down from the love seat and coming in. Insley, sit. Stay. A lot of good that does. Stay. That's my point, that how tuned in and aware she is of her environment. She can hear things that you wouldn't think about. I mean, I can hear them, but she's hearing those sounds and putting two and two together and responding to them. All right, let's go back out there. You're not done yet. Here. Cleaning up the litter, otter bog litter. I have thought about maybe she's capable of learning to pick up her toys and put them away. It's fun to remember how many things I had taught Suki through the years. Just one example, we're walking up the trail here. This is the house. We're walking up onto the ATV loop trail. And there's a fork in the trail back there. And she would get to it and hesitate and look back at me, and I would point to the right or point, straight ahead. She knew what that meant. She knew which way to go, and she stopped to wait and find out. Little things like that that become so second nature with the dog. One of the things I taught Suki early on was to bow for me. You know how dogs do a play bow. And I didn't give her formal teaching on that. Simply, when she would come toward me and do a bow, I would do it back. And over time, I don't know how long it took, it was one of these unofficial training sessions for a few weeks. She then learned that when I bow, she bows back. Seemed like a simple thing, but it brings a lot of enjoyment. Seeing a dog respond to unverbal communications. That is the prow up there through the trees. Wonderful little place with oaks. Well, let's walk through the birch blowdown. Look at all these little saplings that have sprung up. And the robins are really busy. See them? There's two there, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. It's really a shame that these are popple. can't be used for firewood. In other words, don't waste your time. Go for wood. You put a couple sticks in there, close the door, go for more. It burns so quickly. Look at the new green. It doesn't take long for stuff to begin greening up. Let's go down and look at Appaloosa Terrace. I never did make my trail through here. Summer of 2020, I cut through there, and that's as far as I got with it. She is a busy girl. Toes wet trail. Well, gotta confront the demons sometime.